Welcome back everybody to our fourth part of the Packet Tracer tutorial. In this tutorial we want to make a static routing between different networks. So in this network, as you can see here, 192.168.10.0, and this network is 192.168.60.0. We cannot contact or connect this PC to this PC because it's two different networks. So we need to use a static routing. In order to use a static routing, you need to know the IP of the target network, which is 192. For example, this PC want to talk with this PC. So what is the IP of the target? This is the target IP network, 192.168.10.0/24. And we need to also, the second one, we need also to use and to know the next hub. The next hub is this one. It's 192.168.50.1. This is the next hub for this target network. So I go to the router, first router, the router number 2 here. I go to the router. I need to define the static routing for this protocol, for this for this router, for this connection. Okay, so I just click Control C, enable, and after that config T. Okay, and I just go and type IB route and just type the target network 192.168.10.0 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and I also type the next hub, which is 192.168.30 or .50. This one is .50 and 1. So I just define this IB route. Okay, so if we go to the static route here, network address is this and the next hub is this, everything is fine. Okay, if I try and make a bucket here, just try to transfer a bucket from this PC to this PC. As I can see here, nothing gonna work. Try that again, the same thing. Okay, because we need to define the static routing in all the routers. Okay, so I just defined this network in this router, and I also need to define this network in this router as a static route. So I come to the next router. As I go to the static. As I can see here, nothing in it. So I go to enable, Control C, enable, and I just config T, and I go to type IB route to define a static routing. As I can see here in the network, it's 192, the destination 192.168.60.0. This is the target network. The subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and I need to define the next hub for the other network. The next hub, as you can see here, it's 50.2. So I come here and just type 192.168.50.2. So if I go config static, you can see it's also here. Okay, so if I try and go this PC, for example, and try go to the command, I want to bing the other PC. So bing, for example, the server 192.168.10.222. So as you can see here, we got a reply. Okay, everything is fine. So if you go to this PC, other PC, and try and make a connection, go to the browser and type the 192.168.10.222. go, I can see the page. Everything is fine. Two networks are connected using static routing. So let us connect this network. I want to connect this network to this network. So what is the target network? This one. What is the next hub? 32. I go to the router. The same thing. IB route. It's 20.0.255.255.255.0. The target is 192.168.30.2. Okay, I go to static everything is fine. I go to the next router, this one. I add the same thing, CLI enable config T, and I just add the other network, which is 192.168.10.0. So 192.168.10.0, but don't forget the IB route. Okay, and also type the subnet mask 255.255.0, and I type the next hub, which is 31, as you can see. So 192.168.30.1, this is the next hub for the first network. So I add that and go static here. So now I can go, for example, from this PC, I can go to the web browser, try hit the server 168, which is the first network, 10.222. Everything is working correctly. If you try go to this PC and try Bing, okay, and try Bing 192.168.100, for example, want to Bing this PC 100.10.100. I can see here everything is fine. There is a reply and these two networks connected. But if I try to make a Bing statement, make a Bing command for this PC, which is in the other network, in other different network, Bing 192.168, the 60, the 100.01. So as you can see here, destination unreachable, because we need to define this network also in this router. So what is the target? This is our target, 192.168.60.2, and the subnet mask is /24, and the next hub is 52. Okay, so I just defined this here. I go this router. Okay, and just go this router and type the IP route 192.168.60.0.255.255.255.0. I just defined the yeah, we need to define the next hub, which is 192.168.50. Let me just check it out. 2. Okay, this is the IP route 52. Okay, this is the target. Okay, and also need to, let me check it out. Okay, we already defined this network to this router. So go router static 60, and okay, the next hub. I also need to define this network in this router. So I go to the static again, and we can define it from here. So the network that we're talking about is 192.168.20.0, and the mask is 255.255.255.0, and the next hub from this network is 30.2. So 192.168.30.2. Okay, this is the okay. So if I try do binging here, so if you try to do binging again, nothing gonna work because we need additional network in the static route. So we just add this network, but notice here we have a middle network, which is 192.168.30.0. Okay, so let's go to the the second router, to the static. So I already added this network with this next hub 32, but this is not enough because I need to add this network with this next hub. So let me just explain that for you. 168.30.0, this is our network. It's /255. It's 252, I'm sorry, 252. And the next hub for this network, the target network that we want to reach, is 51. So I just add that, you know. So I come here 192.168.50.1. Okay, this is the next hub for this network. I add that, And the same thing, I add this network with the next hub in this router. So I go static and I just type 192.168 the you know 192.168 the 50.0, and it has a mask number 255 to 255 to 255 to 252, and the next I'm sorry this the next hub for this is 192 to 168 dot 31. So 31. Add this. So now it must work. So if I go to any PCs after adding the complete bath, if I come to this PC and try Bing 100, for example, or 2100, the first PC, I can see everything is fine. So the same thing if I go to this PC and try do the Bing again. So for 101, this PC, okay, I can see everything is also fine. So here we got a complete network that every PC can talk with each other. So if I come, for example, this talk with this router, and I come here, I can see it's successful. Okay, and everything is connected using the static routing. So as you can see here, what we did is adding static routing using IB route. You just define the manually in the static routing. We just define manually all the paths, and you know it should be accurate, and you should know how is everything is working. But it's much complicated than the dynamic protocol, the dynamic routing. The dynamic we just define the network, the neighbors network, but in static we need to define everything. So anyway guys, thank you for watching again. I hope you like it. I hope you benefit from this again, and please feel free to put comments, like, and I'm here for help. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. Ahmad Nasser from Stereo007 at YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video about dynamic routing. See you there.